Josh started with me as a client back in August 2011. He's been a part of the Vision Carrying Bar studio for about 8 months now, and has in total lost just shy of 90 kilos.
Before I joined Vision, I didn't sleep very well at night, so I was very lethargic and no energy. I'd struggle to get up to go to work, but obviously I've got to go to work, so I'd push myself to do that. Since I've lost the weight, the sleep apnea that I had has since gone, so I'm sleeping a lot better, and the energy levels are coming back, and I'm feeling really good within myself, and I'm just happy to be where I am at the moment, and looking forward to getting further. I found that I've been eating a lot more food than I normally was, because I'm eating the correct things, so you can eat more of it than the stuff I was eating before. And I didn't actually get hungry before I started doing this with Vision, because I think, as I've been informed, my metabolism had shut down because I was going about it all wrong. But now that I've been educated on how to eat and when to eat, I find that I do get hungry, but when I do eat, it's enough to satisfy me, and there might still be a little bit of hunger throughout the day, but I've realised that that's just part of living, really. You've got to learn to deal with that. When I first started out, I couldn't really walk 50 metres without getting out of breath. And yesterday I went for a 3k jog, and I did it in about 21 minutes, so that was pretty amazing. I get a lot of motivation from coming to the gym, those 3 sessions a week. And at the end of the sessions, Adam gives me a goal session card, and we discuss what I should be doing for the rest of the week. So I try and I explain to him what I'm going to do for the week, and I've got to live up to that because it's on the goal session card. And I just find it very easy to do that now, because I'm just starting to enjoy life of things that I've missed out on in the past. I've definitely had a big impact on the people around me. I've actually had a good mate of mine approach me at work and asked me how I achieved what I did and how he could get some of the same success I have. I told him I could help him out, but I said the best thing for him to do was to call Vision, and that's exactly what he did. And he's since joined with his wife, and they've just started probably about 2 weeks now. I think he lost 3 kilos in his first week.
3 kilos in the first week.
And I feel very passionately about people that are that big, and I just want to help them and do what I can to improve their life the way mine's been improved. And having people like Adam and other people that have helped me out, realising that you need that support to do it, and how important it is to become fit and healthy. It's a big part of my life now to try and help other people do that.
When Josh first started saying that things like running and potentially competing in a running event was so far-fetched it's not funny, but we're already looking ahead of possibly doing the City to Surf and the Solo to Surf together. City to Surf is something Josh has never done and always wanted to. Yep. And getting back out there and surfing, I think you said, Josh, is something you're pretty pumped to get into too.
Surfing was a big part of my life early on when I was younger. I lived near the beach down at Coogee. I used to go surfing every day, sometimes up to 4 or 5 hours a day. And I hadn't done that since I was about 16 years old. And it was just about 2 weeks ago, after I went kayaking, my mate said, we should just pop down to the beach and go for a bit of a surf. So we did that, and I went for a surf for the first time in almost 20 years, and that was a massive highlight as well, yeah.
What's up, guys? I'm Chris Powell.
And I am Heidi Powell.
And we're talking to you today about motivation. And, of course, this is a question that we get a lot is, well, how do I stay motivated? I mean, how many times have you heard that?
I hear it all the time. In fact, I actually wonder the same thing. We're human. We are not perfect, and we're not always motivated. I mean, we might follow our program for a good week or 2 weeks, and then it's we find ourselves in the same rut that you might find yourself in, where we're saying, what do we do to keep going?
And the question is why? How did we get there? And sure enough, we've kind of broken motivation down into kind of the nitty gritty of what it really is. And we're just going to kind of create a different language of motivation for you. Now, what we have found motivation is deeply rooted in is the word integrity. And we talk about integrity a lot. And what is it? We should probably define that first. That's integrity is honoring your word. And most of us think about integrity as, oh yeah, gosh, well, I told, Joe Smith that I'd do something, so now I really have to do it. And most of us, we've got that part down. We can honor our word to other people, but what we have a hard time doing is honoring our word to ourselves. And so we truly have no integrity, because if you can't honor your word to yourself, then ultimately you really have no integrity.
And when you find yourself lacking integrity, chances are you're not going to feel good about who you are or what you're doing, and you can't help anyone around you. And you really, if you can't help yourself, it's just, or anyone around you, it's like, what's the point? And that's when you start to lose that motivation. So we're here to tell you how to change that and how to get some integrity, get it back.
And the question is, well, what does this have to do with you and following your new lifestyle and creating this sustainable change? Well, how many times have you said, well, the diet starts Monday? Or what's another one?
Oh gosh, I'm going to wake up at 5:30 in the morning and I'm going to work out.
Yeah,
every morning.
We hear this all the time. And sure enough, say that you set that goal, you set that commitment, and you might fulfill that commitment 1 or 2 or 3 days. And when you do, your integrity is good and you start to feel good about yourself. But sure enough, one day comes by, real life gets thrown at you, and that workout, or say, the diet kind of falls by the wayside. What happens? Well, in integrity, just as much as it can build you up, it can also break you down. And so what we want to do is we want to create as much momentum as we possibly can. And we call it integrity momentum. And it's directly linked with dignity and your self-esteem and the way that you feel about yourself and your confidence. So you see, it all goes hand in hand. So when you start to lose motivation, what really happened? Well, chances are that you didn't fulfill that promise that you made to yourself one day, and it led to 2 days and 3 days and 4 days, and before you know it, you go, I lost my motivation. Well, you actually lost all that integrity momentum that you had. So how do we get it back?
And he is so right. Everything he's saying is so right. But just to make it easy, if you just wake up one day and you're really having a hard time getting to the gym, I like to say, break down whatever your commitment is. If it's typically 30 minutes and you're like, gosh, that just seems so long, just do 5 minutes. Just commit to yourself that you're going to do 5 minutes in the gym, whether it's, or just 5 minutes of walking, but do 5 minutes of some kind of movement. Chances are you're not going to want to stop there. And your integrity is once again restored because you've completed those 5 minutes that you told yourself you were going to do.
Simple as that.